Many years ago, I made videos about how to stay humble and how to help people and how to be like, how do you say it? I always say that before, being wonderful at the same time. And I still hold to those values till this day. So I just want to say thank you for everything you've ever done. And also to be wonderful, but most importantly, to be humble. And I love you very much.
400 subscribers is, for me, 400 subscribers is amazing, more than amazing. And thank you so truly very much. From the deepest side of my heart, really, truly. Because Tunisia is in my heart and nobody can take that away from me. And I love you truly very much. My favorite thing to do as a pastime fun, but probably, camping, hunting animals, as for food, and that type of a lifestyle. I love the outdoor lifestyle, being one with nature. I love that kind of stuff, and it's like makes me feel to be free, and that's the point, to be outside with nature, one with the source of nature, and I love that. The reason why I approach like that to the audience, because number one, people want to know who I am. Do believe that it's very important to know who I am before I represent something in the first place to begin with, because it's not only represent a country, it's history, it's North Africa, it's ⴰΜⵖⵔⵉ.
So basically, not because of the fact that North African are going to understand me, but because I use English so that all people all over the world can understand, like in an international level. Because, like I said, if I'm gonna use French, only North African and French people would understand. But Chinese, Japanese, Russians, everybody understand English in some kind of way. Most of them, I believe. But I try my best. I try my best to translate them to English. Because I want to know, most of my views are from Algeria, and Morocco and Tunisia, not so much from Libya, but a little bit from Libya. But no, I would love to have Americans on my YouTube channel, like from Canada, USA, United States, and Europe. I have like UK. There's a lot of people from UK watching. That's good. So we'll see. A lot of talking is going to occur, and in English, but hopefully we'll do something. We're gonna tell the truth, because nobody can hide the truth unless somebody is like lying about it and just give out wrong information. Especially Afrocentrists. They're just attacking North Africans. Like I said in previous videos before, many times before, Afrocentrists are racists, are like, they're viewing the world as black. Like everything started with black people. Like they made Chinese black. They made Russians black. Even the Vikings, they are saying, the Afrocentrists saying that the Vikings were black people. I said it before, they said Jesus Christ is black, was black, is black because he's alive. And many prophets are black. In fact, all humankind came from black people, and evolution started, becoming whiter, light skin, more and more light skin. That's bullshit. That's like bull crap. I believe people are from different culture, different colors, and different ethnicities. God created people from different colors from the very beginning. That's true, yes. They say, oh, okay, Adam and Eve, they are pictured as white people. No. Well, in the Western world they are, but not in other part of the world, like in China or like example, like in Africa, maybe, I don't know, but it's not, it's nobody knows the color of Adam and Eve. Nobody, and that's a fact. But they were not black. That's also a fact. Nobody knows the color of Adam and Eve. They are not white. They were definitely not white. They were definitely not black. Okay? They were definitely not the Middle Easterns. Only God knows. I say only, nobody knows. I don't care who you are. Anyway, according to the Quran, and it is most likely, and it is a fact, that Adam was created from clay, and that clay contained different colors. It's a clay with different colors: brown, white, light brown, light black, dark black, very pale, all colors you can think of were created with that clay, and that's the clay of Adam. So technically speaking, the clay of Adam is all the color of the world. But how he was created, what color he was created, that we will never know. Only God knows. So, and we are not supposed to know everything. We are not supposed to know everything. Okay? That's not upon us, because our brain are limited. There are things that we are not supposed to know. It's not within our the capacity. How do you say it? The capacity of our brains cannot comprehend such things. Like, oh, okay, I want to know the universe, exactly what lays behind the universe, the observable universe, what lay behind that. That's not our responsibility to know. We are not designed to know everything. And because if we were to know everything, our brain would explode, literally. Okay, so we're not going there. We know certain things, yes, and we are supposed to learn about certain things, but we are not meant to know everything. That's not human nature, that's not human brain, and that's not on this life. We will know everything after this life when we don't use our brain, okay, because after this life we don't have brain. That's when you know the fact and the truth, and everything you have to basically, reveal for yourself, or quite literally, because people say, oh, there is no conscience and all that kind of stuff, but you do have a soul, right? So, from that point of view, from the soul point of view, and nobody knows how that feels. You cannot think how it feels and how we think. There's no thinking. You can't see. It goes around and around. Because if you try to touch that subject, you are going to go in circles, quite literally, and that messes up your brain. So just leave it. Anyway, so anybody have opinions, but for me, the truth and the facts are very important. The source of the source of that matter, the source of that fact is very important to me. We begin with the roots. Once we begin with the roots, okay, with that source, that's when we can try to understand things, right? So when we have that source, which is proof, that's when we can build up on questions. We question it. But if we're going to make up things like, oh, okay, Vikings were black people, or people were once, they were once apes, monkeys. So there are difference between an ape and a monkey. Okay, it's different, you know. So a monkey is a monkey and an ape. But they say that human beings, evolution, you know, they started being like monkeys and slowly became human beings. But you know, that's not a source and it's not a fact. And there's no proof. There's no proof that a monkey became human. There's no proof of that. No proof whatsoever. Those skeletons you're talking about, okay, those are disabled people from 1,000 years ago. It's not monkeys like, you know, with the short legs and you know, curved back, and it's disabled people. So if a disabled man dies today, 1,000 years from now, again, they're gonna think, oh, okay, monkey. No, it's not monkey. It's freaking disabled man. So, you know, I don't believe that. I believe a man was created perfectly, in a perfect shape, from the very beginning. Adam was, quite frankly, more beautiful than most people today. I really do believe that. So that is an example of how people are ignorant of the fact. You know, give me proof. If you're gonna say, okay, I have proof, it's a skeleton. Okay, have you proven that the skeleton is a disabled man? Have you proven that? No, because you don't know if he was disabled or a monkey. You certainly know that he was not a monkey. He was kind of Homo sapien. So it's not a monkey, but it's a Homo sapien, quote unquote. It's like they make up things, like they know that it's not a monkey. Okay, so we're gonna name it. Okay, we're gonna name it Homo sapien. Fine. I call it a handicapped person. That's what I call it, really. So we have ethnicities, we have cultures, we have different colors. Okay. Africa is not. Now listen very carefully. Many people misunderstand this. Africa, okay, the whole continent of Africa is not only black, okay? Right? It's not only black. They are light-skinned Africans as well. Not all of Africa is black. No, that's wrong. Many people in North Africa are light-skinned. And a matter of fact, all of North Africa are light-skinned. We are not white though. We are not white European. Now don't mistake things, okay? We are not white Europeans. Now it's different between a white person, referring to a European, and a light-skinned North African. That's a huge difference, okay? Huge difference. So for example, a white person from Europe, he's white, he's called white. That's like a culture thing. He's white, but for us, we don't call ourselves whites. No, we call ourselves light-skinned North African. Imazigh, basically. Amazigh, you know. And during the winter, we get like light, very light, but in the summer we become very brown. This is very common for many North Africans, that we don't like. It's not like European, like just a little bitty tiny of sunlight that hits and become like red. No, we are not like that. We become more like brown during the summer, and that's a North African skin color during the summer. But once the winter comes in, we become like very light-skinned. At least I speak for me and many friends of mine here in North Africa, and it's basically same for everybody here in North Africa. We do have like blonde, for example, my grandfather, okay, my grandfather had blue eyes. He had blue eyes, white beard and blonde mustache, okay, and he was light, alright, and he is native to this land, native. So why I didn't become like him, like blonde hair and blue eyes and all that kind of stuff? No, why? Well, you don't necessarily have to be like a grandfather, you know. You can be like, I don't know, your grandmother, or more like your cousin or whatever, you know. We also have mixed, like a lot of mixture here and there, especially in the south of the Sahara Desert. A lot of mixture, but however, we all go back, even though they are mixed, they go back to the first generations of Amazigh people, which are the Mazigh. The Mazigh is like literally the first human being, the first man who set foot on North Africa. Before that, there were no people, no civilization, no nothing. You know, we are talking in the Caspian culture, the first human beings before that there were dinosaurs. So these people were called the Caspians. The Caspian culture. There you go. The Caspian culture is an Amazigh identity. You know, it's ancestors of the Amazigh. And these people are like us right now in North Africa as we speak, literally, and they evolved slowly, thousand upon thousand of years. And during that time, many years, like I said, people mixed all the time mixed. But what happened is that even though you're mixed, as long as the first generation was there, okay, it will never change. You cannot change your blood. If you mix it 1,000 billion times, okay, trillion times, if you mix it 1,000 trillion times, like you marry a Chinese, you marry a Japanese, and then you marry a Russian, then you marry a black man, like whatever, like I don't know, whatever, you from all different people of the world you marry, generation upon generation, it doesn't really matter. Still the blood, the first blood, cannot change. You cannot change that blood line. That bloodline cannot be changed. It can never be changed, no matter how much mixed you are. So if you are a black North African, a black North African, and you are Amazigh, you have to know that your father's father is light-skinned Amazigh. And that blood is like, for example, me. If I marry a Chinese, and my children are like quite literally Chinese people, like Chinese, you cannot see the difference between a Chinese native person and my children. And you look at them, and their children becomes like Chinese, and we live in China, and everybody are speaking Chinese, and we forgot everything about North Africa. Their children are Chinese. Still they are called Amazigh people because I am the father. They have my bloodline. They are Amazigh. They are not Chinese. I don't care how much they mix in the future. They will always have my bloodline. Always. Period. And that's the case in North Africa today. We all have the bloodline of the first Amazigh and the native people of North Africa. I hope I made myself clear. And like, also it depends. If you have a mother as Amazigh and not the father like from another country, that's another story, that's another thing, okay? But if it's the father, you cannot play with that. It's blood, it's bloodline. So I'm very happy that you came along. I'm very happy to see you all, quite literally. And it's been a long journey, and we continue to strive for the best. I wish you a very happy day, and I see you very soon again. And just, you have to know that you are the reason why I continue to do what I do. And I try to mix everything in my YouTube channel, on my YouTube channel, to mix. I don't care, like sometimes music, sometimes like when I travel somewhere, I just grab the camera and show you a little bit things out there that you can maybe enjoy and understand. And yeah, I really do hope we grow together on this YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, just because you love and you stand by your culture and your identity doesn't make you a racist. I'm not racist, I've never been racist. I love all people of the world, but I also do believe that you have the right to defend your people, your ethnicity, and your country, and your, like I said, your identity. It's very important to me. To say that, for example, like we are North Africans, we are not Arabs, that's not racist. It's not, because it's a fact. It's a fact, you know. And you know, I don't blame, like for example, I don't blame anyone if the German people say like, or in UK for example, look what's happening in UK. They have every right to defend their country from if they really truly want, they can kick everybody out. Okay, the English people are very kind people, too kind. They are very kind. And you have the freedom to do whatever you want to do in UK. And it's a blessing. But I don't see what's wrong with that. What's wrong with defending your country, to speak for your country? Okay, they're Christian people. Let them defend their Christian culture, the way of life, the way of... It's their country, for God's sakes. Okay? It's their country. You cannot say, oh, okay, I know I came to this country now, and I have the right to do whatever I want to do. No, it doesn't work like that. You are obeyed by the law, and it's a law. And if they like, for example, like they used to say, God bless the Queen, because the Queen now is dead. But like, I don't know who's I think it's Charles, the King Charles now is a king, yeah. If he like chose to say like, okay, we don't want immigrants like in this country, he can say that, and he can kick everybody out. So you can't say no to that. You have to go out and go back to your country. I don't see anything wrong with that. It's not racist. And if they want to keep you, okay, work, make money, they'll keep you. Every country has the right to defend their identity, including the British, the Swedish, the Norwegian, the Danish, the Chinese, the Japanese, the North Koreans. Okay? The North Koreans has the right to defend their identity and who they really are. Everybody picking on North Korea. Oh, they're bad. No, they're not bad. They're, in your world, in your eyes, they are bad. But they're not bad. Maybe they have, like, okay, they say people are starving, people... No, they're not starving. It's a country, it's their identity, it's their culture, it's everything. They're not starving. It's normal for them. I don't believe this nonsense. I believe that Kim Jong-un is protecting his identity and his people's identity and his country. I wish, in my personal opinion, to be as tough as North Africa, because we really do live in a sick world today. To be being tough does not mean you are like racist or you are ignorant. Or no, it's for your own protection. Everybody saying, oh, Saudi Arabia, oh, they're gonna cut your hand and they're gonna kill you. The most safest country on earth is Saudi Arabia, and like Dubai and all these kind of what do you call these countries? Emirates. You know, I've seen a video where they put, like, they made a social experiment where they had like a wallet full of money, okay, full of money, and they had like the latest iPhone or whatever. They put it there on the bench. They walked for an hour, and nobody would ever touch that wallet full of money. Nobody. You know why? Because they know the rules are strict. If you know that the rules are strict, nobody will talk to you. Nobody will talk to you because they know that the law is a strict law, no playing around. But if you have a weak system, weak government, weak people, everybody's gonna shit on you. Literally, really. It's not like everybody picking on Saudi Arabia and the Emirates. You can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't drink. Yes, you can. There are pubs you can drink. There are like a civilized human being for tourists, not for hooligans. You can do pretty much whatever you want in the Emirates. You have the free will to do whatever you want, but there are rules. And I wish, like, most people say it's too strict. No, it's not too strict. In a world we live in today, it's not too strict. Anyway, thank you for watching. Always remember, protect your identities, protect your country, your culture, your language, okay, your heritage. Do that, and God bless the whole world, and God bless us all as human beings. Thank you and goodbye.